You're heading to the gate. You're hoping for three things: window seat, quiet neighbor, and zero drama. But then annoyance, noise, mess, strange smells, and worse, bare feet in the aisle. What if I told you most of that in-flight chaos? It comes from passengers breaking invisible rules. And yes, even frequent flyers get them wrong. In this video, I'll show you 7 unwritten rules of flying no one ever teaches you. Follow them and you'll be the passenger everyone secretly admires. Seatbelt fastened, let's go. Asking to skip the line equals guilt bomb. You're running late. Your flight starts boarding in 20 minutes. You rush towards security, only to find a line that looks like a theme park on a holiday weekend. Your heart's racing, your palms are sweating. You start doing the math. If I wait here, I'm missing that plane. So you turn to the person ahead and say the magic words. Excuse me? Would you mind if I went ahead? Now pause. What you've actually done is hand them a guilt bomb. You've placed them in a social trap. Either they let you skip and feel taken advantage of, or they say no and feel like the bad guy. Here's the truth. It's not their job to save your flight. Pro move. Look for an airport staff member. They're trained for this exact situation. Explain your urgency. They'll often walk you straight through, no guilt, no awkward stares, no drama. Can you watch my bag? Equals huge security risk. You're sitting at the gate, your phone's at 5%, and the nearest outlet is across the terminal. You stand up, glance around, and turn to a stranger. Hey, could you watch my bag for a minute? Seems innocent, right? But here's what most people don't realize. This simple request creates a massive security risk. In today's travel environment, any unattended bag can trigger a full-blown alert. Announcements, security checks, delays, and the worst part? You and the person watching it both become suspects. They didn't sign up for that stress, and neither did you. This isn't the 90s anymore. Airport protocols are strict for a reason. Pro move. No matter how inconvenient it feels, take your bag with you, even if it's just for a bathroom break or a quick charge. A few minutes of hassle is way better than an hour of security questioning, missed flights, or worse. Bare feet equals cabin. Horror story, we get it. Long flights are draining. Your shoes feel tight, your feet swell, and all you want is a little comfort. So, you slip them off. Maybe even slide your bare feet onto the seat, the floor, or worse, into the aisle. But here's the thing no one talks about. That carpet beneath your toes, it's a war zone. It's been soaked in spilled coffee, sticky soda, crushed snacks, and yes, bathroom puddles from turbulence mishaps. And while you may feel a little relief, the passenger next to you, they're trying to pretend your toes don't exist. Bare feet on a plane aren't just unsanitary, they're unforgettable. And not in a good way. Pro move. Pack a pair of clean socks or soft travel slippers in your carry-on. You'll still get that cozy feeling without grossing out the entire row. Comfort doesn't have to come at the cost of hygiene or social peace. Seat swapping? Only if it's fair. You finally got what you wanted. The window seat, you boarded early, planned ahead, maybe even paid extra. Then someone approaches with a hopeful smile and says, "Hey, would you mind switching? I'm back in the middle seat." Let's be honest, that's not a trade. That's a downgrade disguised as a favor. Look, we all want to sit next to our friends, family, or just have more space. But swapping only works when the offer is equal or better. Window for window? Sure. Aisle for aisle? Reasonable. Window for middle seat? Hard pass. No one owes you their spot just because you asked politely. And guilt-tripping someone into moving? That's a bad look at 35,000 feet. Pro move. If you must ask, do it with grace. And accept a no without making it awkward. Better yet, plan your seats in advance. Flying's a lot smoother when everyone stays in their lane, literally. Overhead bin theft equals travel taboo. You board the plane, glance at your row, and instead of using the overhead bin above your seat, you stash your bag way back in row 24, even though your seat is in row 12. Seems harmless, right? But here's the truth. That's not creative packing, that's space theft. Overhead bins aren't a free-for-all. They're meant for passengers sitting in that specific row. When you take someone else's bin space, you throw off the flow for everyone behind you. Now they're stuck walking backward against boarding traffic to find their bag, or worse, gate checking it at the last minute. And let's be honest, nobody wants to sprint back 10 rows after landing to grab their luggage. Pro move. Only use the bin above your seat. If it's full, don't panic. Ask a flight attendant. They're pros at finding solutions without causing mid-air bin battles. Fly smart, pack fair. Reclining without warning, equals Inflight, enemy number one. Yes, your seat reclines and you absolutely have the right to use it. But the way you recline, that's where things go wrong. Picture this. The person behind you just opened their laptop, or they're sipping hot coffee, or they've balanced a meal on that tiny tray table. And then slam. You suddenly recline your seat without a glance or a word. You didn't mean to be rude, but now you've spilled a drink, bent a screen, or triggered an in-flight feud. On a plane, personal space is already limited. One aggressive recline can turn a peaceful flight into a passive-aggressive battle. Pro move: recline slowly. Before you do, take a quick look behind you, or even better, give a friendly heads up. "Hey, I'm going to recline a bit," goes a long way. It's a tiny act of courtesy that earns massive respect at 35,000 feet. Strong-smelling food equals airborne assault. You're hungry. It's a long flight. You open your bag and pull out a tuna sandwich, or maybe leftover curry, maybe egg salad. Here's the thing. What smells delicious to you on the ground becomes overwhelming in the air. Airplane cabins are closed systems with recirculated air. There's nowhere for strong odors to escape. They linger and they spread. Before you know it, 10 rows around you are sharing your meal, whether they want to or not. And let's be honest, nobody signed up for a flying fish market. This isn't just about courtesy. It's about creating a comfortable environment for everyone, not just your taste buds. Pro move: stick to neutral snacks. Think trail mix, protein bars, fruit, crackers. Things that fill you up without filling the cabin with fumes. Feed yourself, not the entire plane's nose. Your seatmates will silently thank you. Airplanes turn total strangers into temporary roommates. And just like any shared space, there are unspoken rules that keep peace in the sky. Now you know them. Respectful, prepared, mindful. Ever seen someone break one of these rules? Drop your story in the comments. Like this video if you've flown with a barefoot tuna eater before. Subscribe for weekly travel wisdom airlines don't want you to know. And send this video to that one friend who reclines like it's a wrestling move.